God is good indeed, indeed, indeed. I was at work today. I was at work today, and you know, during my little lunch break, I obviously came across some. I guess I always listen to the news a little bit. So, in my news listening journey today, uh, all right, yeah, I don't have a lot of time on the tiki. All right, chime in. Okay, for some reason, I just got the hiccups. Is it because I'm like I keep envisioning. I had to keep envisioning, and you can't help it because it's everywhere. But like, what is wrong with AOC? Like, really? I mean, this lady was hot, hot, hot. Are you fired up? Are you actually ready to fight? Are you really, really ready to fight? I mean, I really thought she was. I didn't know if she was trying to be Cardi B or whatever other um, person she was trying to imitate or be like. I mean, I thought she was gonna go into full concert mode. Concert mode. I guess she probably had a little bit too much to drink, but she was fired up, fired up. But it shows you something. Number one, AOC message. You can't be Cardi B. You're no Cardi B, obviously, and you just need to stick to politics, which is cool. Which is cool. You know, I'm not saying you're a bad looking woman, but obviously, you don't have any rhythm. So stick to the politics because as a former bartender, I think you came a very long way. And as a former bartender, that is probably why you were able to get the position you were able to get because bartenders normally have to listen to people and they learn how to listen. They conversate well. And so somewhere along the way, she learned how to listen to people real good and she stopped listening once she got into politics for some reason. And so it was just crazy. Like looking at, I imagine her thinking of herself, her and the rest of the squad and the Democrats. If Donald Trump can get 25,000 people to the Bronx, why can't I? Why can't I? Especially if I dance, especially if I play the right music, some Cardi B. They always hit us with music. Why do they continue to slap the poor people, the black people, the Puerto Rican people, the Spanish people, the Hispanics? You know, that base that they depend on to stay Democrats, basically. That same base of people that they kind of depend on and they kind of let you know they're depending on it. It's always music. So it was Cardi B, which we love some Cardi. Hey, we love Cardi B. So she played the right music. She played the right artist. And then you look at this guy who follows her up on stage, this guy who lost his race. I mean, the world understands why this guy lost. I mean, I was scared just watching him up on stage. I really got a little paranoid. And I'm thinking to myself, do these people know who they're talking to? Do they like this guy was like, I'm fired up. They're coming after me. They're coming after my children. I'm like, who is he talking about? Are you talking about the migrants? I mean, like, at some point you start wondering, like, I was listening to AOC on stage and I'm like, she's talking to her own party. She's literally talking to her own party. She said, are you ready to take your city back? And they said, yeah, 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 we're ready. We want to take our city back. She said, are you ready to take our borough back? They said, yeah, 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 we're ready to take it back. And then they said, are you ready to take our country back? Are you ready to take our country back? This is AOC talking to the Bronx. And I'm like, who is she talking to? If you're actually sitting there literally saying, are you ready to take it back? That means you're acknowledging that it's been either given away or taken. If you're saying to 300 people, obviously she's no Donald Trump. So, so she may have thought she could possibly get out a certain amount of people if the Republican orange guy could get out a certain amount of people, and she was wrong. But she did have 300. That's more than I would get. I mean, obviously. And so, but It's like, who is she talking to? I mean, you're a Democrat, you're part of the problem, and you're making statements like, we're going to take our country back. Are you ready? I mean, you're asking the civilians, you're asking the people, are they ready to take their city back? Are they ready to take their state back and this country back? I mean, you're part of you're part of the problem, and you're part of the giving uh, that's been done. I mean, you're part of the reason so much as people have a right to feel like the country's been given away, or somebody might have to want to take their country back. Just by her acknowledging those few things lets me know that she knows that they played a heavy hand and role in giving away a lot of our freedoms, a lot of our rights, a lot of our hopes and expectations, and a lot of our future thoughts. Especially uh, right now, I probably don't think about it as much, but it's hard not to when you can see it unfold every day on TV right in front of your eyes. And so, even if you're in a red state, a southern state, this should affect you because obviously, right in front of our eyes, we're understanding that uh, every state is a border state. Every state is going to be affected by the problem. Every state has a poor community. Um, and most of the time, those poor communities look like myself and other Hispanics possibly, and other minorities. And so this problem is serious, and it's not going to stop there. And so for her to get on stage and to holler out to the people, are you ready to take our country back? And are you ready to take our state back? It's like, lady, I don't think they were ready to give it away. Anybody like to join from YouTube or Tik? Nah, obviously not TikTok right now. Um, you know, you get so many suspensions and so many restrictions when you start speaking on some truth. And so, not that I was speaking on some dumb stuff, I just wasn't speaking a lot. Let the music do the talking. But now it's like you have to sit down and you see this stuff every day. And this lady, I think she's a powerful speaker. I think she knows it. And so, it's like, it's kind of crazy. Are you ready to take our country back? And you would actually think you would actually think she was a Republican. I mean, she sounded like a conservative up there. I mean, she was fired up. Let's listen to a little bit of this. Five. Oh, are you ready? Lost time. What's up? You ready to fight? Take the borough back. Are you ready to win the state back? Are you ready to win this country back? Like, who gave it away? Who's in control right now? Didn't she sound like a Republican? I mean, the only people that got a right to be standing up saying that is Republicans. Democrats, y'all have been part of the problem for the last, I don't even know how many years, but definitely for the last 3 years. And so I just found that crazy. And then I found it even worse. Let's talk about this guy, Bowman. The best thing about it is the people will speak at the ballot box. And we saw what happened to him today. He got creamed. He got creamed. As they would say, he got mollywopped. And so that's what should have happened. The people are watching. Um, so yeah. It's crazy, ain't it? Blaze your mama asked what she is. So she's a Democrat? Yeah. She sounded like a Republican because she sounded totally hot. She sounded like somebody who woke up and realized somebody has given away our country. Somebody has not only opened the gates, I think I'll be safe by saying gates. TikTok, peace out. God is good. And so not only did they open the gates, but guess what? They left them open. That's what they're saying. They left the gates open. And so this guy, he comes up and he can do nothing better but to pander. You know, they always got to play music. They always feel like music is the only thing we need. Music is the only thing we need. You play a good rap tune, you play a good rap artist, and we'll forget about the truth. We'll forget about those things that we're actually seeing in front of our eyes, in front of our faces. You know, we'll feel better about the music than we do about the hard times that we're actually facing. We'll actually forget about the hard times that we're facing. We'll actually forget about the critical things that school keeps doing to have control over our kids. We'll actually forget about all of that if you play the right message. And so this guy, he gets on stage. He start after AOC and all of her best impersonation of uh, Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B. Cardi B, understand how powerful you are. You have women of all likes and cultures and backgrounds that wants to be like you. They want to be like you, and it don't stop at just the young women. And I'm not saying young women in a funny way, but it don't stop at just that. It's also politicians. Oh my goodness, you should have saw it. She was getting her little hair ready. She was doing it updo, before I danced on the stage. To the Cardi B music, all offbeat, all offbeat. But she made sure she slung some slang in there. I'm ready to fight, y'all. She do that every time she thinks she's talking to some black people or hood people. She shows or she think she's showing that I can be hood. She actually thinks she's showing some type of hood side when she do that. And this ain't the first time she's done it. You know, you can tell I'm hood. I keep saying words like ain't. But anyway, I can't help it. But yeah, so she keeps saying all of this stuff to make you feel like I identify with you. And I'm ready to fight y'all. Y'all ready? Is y'all ready? Is we's gonna fight? And so this guy, he actually stands up and starts saying, "This is the home of hip hop, the home of hip hop, the Bronx." And so he said he needed and wanted to hear KRS-One's South Bronx. And then he starts singing it. I love that song, by the way. I'm old enough. Scott LaRock, KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, yeah. Always get paid, paid. We'll take your wacky songs. She needs to be herself. True facts. She needs to be herself. Truth comes out, and guess what? It came out on stage. She looked like the Tin Man. The Tin Man. She needed oil. Somebody need to give her some oil. Yeah, yeah. That is why she kept pausing to put her hair up, acting like it was flopping all around because she knew her dance moves was looking almost like she was looking worse than Trump when Trump, when Trump danced better than her. So anyway, yeah, this guy got up there, and it was even worse. It was even more embarrassing. South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx. Y'all, we in the Bronx, the home of hip hop. And right before that, he was talking about how people are targeting his children. What am I supposed to do? That was the question he kept asking somebody. I was getting scared. I had to turn my radio down. That's how intimidating this guy was. You know, they coming after my kids. They coming after my children. I was looking around. I thought they was coming after me. That guy was kind of scary, and I'm like, wow, these people really know how to turn it on. They really know how to turn on the fear. Yeah, yeah. Bummer clock. I don't know. Boom claw, bomb claw, boom claw. What's up, my brother? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they know how to turn on the field, man. I think it's an automatic button that they keep on standby. I think it's really sad and unfortunate that they do that. You know, this guy had me really, really thinking that he was also, you would think that both of these speakers were Republicans because the fact of the matter is they're coming out the Republicans' kids. They're coming out the Republicans, period. They're coming out the independents who act like they're going to think Republican. They're coming out the parents that act like they want to go down and challenge the curriculum. They're coming out the parents that act like they want to go down and ask them, are you teaching my kid this? Are you teaching my kid that? They are coming after people. But AOC, you're not one of them. I just want to let you understand that and let you know that you're not one of them. You are actually the driver of it. You are one of the drivers. Y'all have the first limousine with like 5 steering wheels, and nobody knows who's driving at any given time. You have Joe Biden, obviously, he's the face, so we gotta give him his credit. But we all know it's some other people driving that vehicle as well. So we got a vehicle with 5 steering wheels, and at any given time, somebody just said, it's my turn. And somebody is driving this mad vehicle, and they're going to drive it off the cliff if we don't make better. Facebook, it's been all over YouTube, it's been everywhere. And guess what? It's been everywhere except for CNN. It's been everywhere except for The View, except for MSBNC, DNC, whichever you want to call it, because they're both of them. And so, yeah, I mean, speaking of Atlanta, speaking of more judges, more corruption with the power structure of Atlanta, of Georgia, I should say. You know, so we got another judge or another person. Let's listen to this. On her official Christina J. public Instagram page, a picture of herself wearing a birthday tiara and listing her Cash App account. Quote, if anyone feels like sharing their quarantine wealth. And on her Twitter page, she recorded a video offering relationship advice. Like, really? Calling someone a, quote, homeless sexual and making reference to, quote, African American male genitals. Right now at noon, the Georgia Supreme Court ruling Douglas County probate. It's like, really, really, really. This lady is a judge. More Georgia, I hate to say it, black political people in power that are showing that they have no respect. I mean, I guess that's arguable. Some people are not going to have respect for it, and some people are going to say, I wouldn't care. But what about the youth that may look up to you as a black judge, as a black woman judge? What about the people that actually aspire to be you? What about the examples that you set? Maybe a record that you broke, or a stigma that you broke, becoming that female black judge. What about other young girls that just, hey, may have looked at law and politics and said, I want to be like you. I want to be like that. What about all of those people? I mean, it's crazy that the more we have the eyes on Atlanta, and see, this is actually, it's kind of fitting because I don't think none of this would have been happening if they had not attacked Trump the way they did. I just hate to say it, just kind of keeping it solid. But ever since they attacked Trump, man, they've been getting exposed heavy. I mean, imagine that. You would have to actually, like, you got dirt on you. You know if you dirty. You know if you crooked. That's like people sitting up saying, within their closet, acting like they don't know they sin. Come on, we all know that we're sinners. Okay? We know this. Like, this lady knew. And when you start taking on something and say, yeah, I will be a stool pigeon, and I will be a puppet, and I will be one of the black faces that embarrasses black people, and I will be one of the ones that goes out to Trump. You had to know that you were going to start facing scrutiny and investigations. And the same type of investigations that Trump actually faced, the same way they were able to go back in his timeline and start trying to mess up his life for things he did as a civilian. Well, now they all up in now they all up in Fonnie Willis, and her business. That's only right. I mean, it's fair. It's fitting. And so now they all up in your stuff. And guess what? It just seemed crazy that you wouldn't have thought it would have went there. You didn't think it would have went there. And you dirty. Not only are you dirty, but you filthy. And the charges that she facing, um, the things that she's dealing with, is probably just as big as um they hope the Trump situation go in Georgia, because it's going nowhere. Finding in trouble. I'm looking at the whistleblower case. I'm looking at the amount of money that she has schemed and burnt outside of the causes where they were supposed to go. And more than anything, because I noticed one thing the Democrats like to tell us, that's right. One of the things that the Democrats like to tell us is particularly funny. She gets on MSNBC and CNN, and they put on this why me? Woe is me. I'm being attacked by white people. Look how racist this is. And then you actually look at the people who are actually complaining. You look at the people who she actually fired for complaining. And then you look at the people that she actually tried to steamroll, tell to shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. This is me, madam. That's what they had to call her in the office, madam. This is a black woman taking all of the stigmas that we accuse white people of having in the 18th and all, in the old days, and some still now, some still. But this lady is taking that same stigma, and she's saying, "Now I need you black people to give me that power." You know, I need you in this office, and I know she possibly has some white people in the office too, but we're talking about Atlanta. So I mean, to know that the people in the office had to call this lady madam. I mean, why would you want to even be called madam? You're supposed to be a queen. You black everywhere, but you want to be black only in that regard. Madam, you need to look up the history of this word, and you need to understand where it's derived from. And it's normally not people like yourself that are called madam. And so I just kind of found that kind of despicable. And if you look up that case, you look up her whistleblower case, you find yourself watching some, and you'll find yourself really disappointed. You'll be disappointed for a lot of reasons, but more than anything, you'll be disappointed at the amount of money this lady has spent, um, what money she chose to spend, what money that was going to what charity she was spending, how she was spending it, what programs she was changing that was supposed to be for poor inner city people of Georgia, particularly Fulton County. But yeah, man, she's broken a lot of rules. Speaking of breaking those rules, man, the judge that got arrested for the fight. I mean, this judge. I know I just kind of I got off her for a minute, but I'm back on her now. I'm back on that judge. All of this in Georgia. What's going on in Georgia? Funny needs to stop. Yeah, she don't need to be trying to play. Oh man, spit about it. She don't need to be trying to play victim. She came for Trump, and I hope he wins the election 2024. Trump. That's right. Hey, spoken like possibly either a mother or a woman that's struggling from day to day, knows what it's like to see her prices go up in the grocery store. Possibly a student that's fighting some. No. She was a student. She'll be for fighting. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna just say possibly either a mother or somebody who just living day to day life and understands that the struggle has definitely gotten hard. The struggle is real, and it's not going away. And if we get 4 more years of this same consistent struggle, people that are struggling now, some will have went to the ultimate measure. I don't know how else to say that. If you're struggling now and you're really struggling at the point where you're actually questioning uh, different things, and you're actually like struggling to the point where, I mean, man, 4 more years of that guy, and you'll be trying to end it. You'll be trying to some people won't make it through another 4 years. And unfortunately, a lot of times when people start feeling like they can't make it, They actually look at their family and they feel sorry and they make sure their family don't suffer either. I mean, 4 more years of this guy, Joe Biden, could be detrimental, and for some people, it could be life. And you know what? Those are the facts. That's all. That's all. When people start coming out, when they come to certain communities, yes, I'm a mother, and yes, the struggle is real. Thanks, Democrats. Yeah, man. Only a mother can understand, or a father, single father, if he not busy calling. Never mind. And so, yeah, if you have if you have a child in school or soon to be going to school, stuck in a public school system, we know how horrible that can be. All of us don't, because some of us are enjoying this public school system that is dumbing down our children, filling them with all kind of ideologies that would actually, some of this stuff could end the world. I mean, you're talking about turning down population. Well, there is the beginning right there. Why would black people be entertaining this? We the least populated people in America. Gee whiz, it is crazy. People think the word or the phrase Trump derangement syndrome is just some banter. No, it is real. The fact, I mean, think about what I just said. Why are black people actually entertained? Who's the lowest? I mean, what race has the smallest percentage in America? I know some people want to say, well, the Hispanics. I don't know. Are we talking about all of them? The undocumented, just the newcomers? I mean, what are we talking about? I don't even know anymore. I actually don't know. So, I mean, having said that, if I don't know and we are somewhere close to the bottom, why would we actually be entertaining anything that would? I mean, think about this. Think about it this way. Let's look at some things. All right. I don't know the percentages, but I'm just saying in a conversation in general. I'm yawning. Oh man, gotta get up early. In a conversation, inevitable. Certain things that we know is gonna happen. There are gonna be heart attacks. There are gonna be health issues. There are gonna be all types of violence that seems to be inevitable for some reason. When you take all of these different components, take your top five, and then add to the fact that we're not even mentioning abortion, which the black race is done at a higher rate than any other person, any other color. And so when you take all of those to the effect and into account, I ask my people again, why would we want to entertain anything about depopulation? Why would we want to entertain anything about this attack on our children when it comes to changing of what God made you? Because like I said, that is the way you can end your own direct bloodline right there. Like that's the beginning of ending your bloodline. That's the beginning of depopulating a lot of things, beginning with our race. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't even see how people are entertaining that thought. But yet they turn around and they say it is the white man. And they turn around and say it is the government. Yes. Okay. But don't help. Don't help them. I mean, like, what are you talking about? To my people, what are we doing? We are assisting something that we accuse every day. And you would rather assist the process just to be sitting down somewhere in time, somewhere one day to say, well, I didn't support Trump. I mean, so what? It's only like 200 people left on Earth. It's only like 300 or 400 people left on Earth. But I know one thing, I didn't support Trump. I mean, is that what you want? Is that what we're talking about here? And guess what? If it's two or 300 people, none of them will be black unless it's Obama and his bloodline. And by then, they might make him realize. They might wake him up to the reality of things by then. Right. Yeah. 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 Okay. So anyway, I hope my people kind of wake up to you know the reality of what things are, how things are going, how things are looking. The trajectory does not look good. We won't get on top that way. We definitely won't get on top by continuing to support a party that has its foot on our necks and our backs, sometimes our heads. And so it's like, yeah, it's like, we have to realize it first. They're not going to say to themselves, hey, maybe we've been doing wrong. Maybe we've treated them a little too roughly. Maybe it's time that we play fair. Why would they say that? Why? No. The Democrats are going to do what they do. And if that means cheating, if that means fear mongering, if that means whatever it may mean at the time, they're going to bring it in that fashion right down your throat. That's that. Man, I'm about to get out of here. I just had to talk about that. I think now that I talk about it, I don't have to see that vision in my head anymore. Even though I know it's going to be ran 100 times on YouTube by different people, I Miss Know It All. How you doing? What you know? What you know? Some good. Talk to us. Yeah, man, it's gonna be ran 100 times, 100 different views, and I think talking about it made me feel better. That's all. And so, yeah, I'm glad I got it out. I'm glad that Congressman lost. Um, you know, I'm glad to see people that stand up and try to talk down on poor people and try to talk down on the common civilian, try to talk down on them as if we are stupid, as if we don't understand what's going on, as if we haven't seen the swing of things, as if we haven't had this hoodwink on for long enough. It's so sad to see those that want to put the hoodwink back on. But I think more people have said, you know what? I just realized I had a blindfold on. I think more people have realized I don't have to listen to this crap. I don't have to vote Democrat. That's the good thing about the youth. The youth, man, they bold. I voted for Obama because of my mom, to be totally honest. Not that I was living with my mom, but I wanted to see her smile. That was it. I didn't know a thing about the guy. I never had voted. I had never voted in my life, and so, but I didn't have a shame in that because I didn't feel like um, voting was that as beneficial for black people. But you know what I say now? I said it don't even matter what color you are, because if you got kids by a white woman, if you're black, you have kids by a white woman. You're not looking at your kids saying, "Hey, my kids ain't black." You're just saying, "Hey, I got kids." And if you're a black woman with kids by a white man, you're not saying, "Hey, I got a white." You just know that you got kids, and so it don't even matter what they are talking about doing to our children, and the overturning of the education system, with them feeling it's more important to teach our kids about gender ideology, teaching our kids how to be accepted rather than to just simply read, you know, read and write and understand. I mean, like, look at the levels. Look at how many kids are failing in Baltimore. I think at one point in time in 2022, and I'm saying I think, but I'm almost 100% positive. There was no kids at in school on a sixth grade reading level that could pass. That's sad. Yes, yes, they are. The teachers are teaching debauchery. Yeah, they are. And at some point we ask, where's it coming from? Like, where's this curriculum? And that's the fear of the public school system, Miss Know It All. I mean, like, for anybody that's listening, don't think that was what's up, Daniel. Don't think that was a sarcastic statement. That is her name, Miss Know It All, and she been putting some good comments along with Blaze Your Mama. And I see my good friend Daniel, man. Yeah, we just kind of talking about you know, more pandering. And I think sometimes when they're pandering to us, when the beat stop, how that song go. What song did AOC play? Let me see. Oh yeah, it was jamming. She was playing the jam. I don't even know the name of it no more. But she was jamming. And yeah, yeah. What's up, my friend? Yeah, man, she was jamming. Like she had put her hair down and and everything. She was looking like she was caliente. I thought it was caliente going on. Yeah, mommy. Yeah, mommy. I thought she was finna and she started talking in slang. She started feeling like this is my time to talk to black and poor people. Start saying the word y'all. Are y'all ready to fight? I'm ready, y'all. YAWL. YAWL. Ah, yes, she did mess up the beat. Thanks, Daniel. I'm trying. I am learning some things, man. I just got to learn how to do. I'm not a technical real person. I mean, so I just been doing so much fighting on the ground and feet to the ground, on the ground, walking boots to the ground, and so I kind of missed out on a lot of the technical stuff, but I'm learning it. I'm learning it. I'm learning it. I'm learning it, and yeah, man, supporters like yourself that's gonna do it for me, you know. But yeah, man, and so and you know what else, Daniel? Um, I think it's insulting, man, when I think pandering. Since I actually learned what it is to be pandered to, it's not a word that we actually grew up in the hood actually saying all the time, and so it's not something that we was realize we didn't realize that's what was happening to us all the time. It took us a long time to understand. As Scarface told us, they come around at vote time and offer hope, and that's it. That's it. Once you've been voted in, they don't know you. Once you vote them in, they don't do jack for you. Those are his words exactly. And it took us a long time to really, really, truly understand that. And I think now, I mean, I've understood it for a while now, but I'm so glad to see that they've done it so much that other people are starting to get it. Other people are starting to see it. Other people are starting to be insulted by it. And I'm glad. I like it. I'm thankful for it. Pandering. Ooh, yes. Now, you know what? You said a lot, Miss Know It All. I like what you said. If Because that's real. If you're gonna pander, I mean, gee whiz, why not come through with it, right? I mean, right? I mean, for real. I mean, because at that point it's pandering, but it's also living up to your pandering promises. And we never get it. We get pander, 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 and then on our side is hope, hope, hope. Didn't you hear what such and such said? Oh yeah. Oh, they black too. Oh yeah, this the new. Oh, hope, hope, hope. Let's go. Go down and vote. Hope, hope, hope. Vote's done for the whole first year. What they did? None. When they gonna do it? And this what most of them tell us, and we believe it. Oh, it take a while. It's gonna take about 2 years. So 2 years later, you're like, anything change yet? Uh, the Republicans won't let them do nothing. I mean, it's, it's the same old story, man, over and over and over. And like, yeah, man, politics. Yeah, man. It's the same old thing. I want this guy to get more subscribers for all of these facts. Thanks, I need them. Yeah, man. You know what? I was impressed when I looked at some numbers the other day, and you know, it was talking. It was really basically on. I probably actually spoke on it the other day, but that independence is good. You have some people and a lot of people that start to understand that, hey, it is people like myself, but I won't say myself yet. But it is people like the PBD broadcast can actually get more than viewers than a news. cable news sometimes. And that's because people have understood that Donald Trump coined fake news perfectly, whether you like that guy or not. Fake news is real. And had he never said, had he never said the word, oh man, thank you, Miss Know It All. Had he never said the word fake news, I mean, I think obviously if you're of a certain age, at some point you start realizing to yourself, dang, is the news like telling us the truth? Like, I mean, like maybe it's not fake. Maybe it's just we're not hearing it all. Maybe they're just telling part of this. I mean, at some point when you get to a certain age, you start questioning it. But Donald Trump made it clear, and Donald Trump coined it, and he hit it in the head perfectly. And now people actually understand that you know what, fake news is real, and the people that the Democrats kind of I'm gonna just say the people that the black household somehow fell in love with the most happen to be the people that's for the Democrats. The CNN channel, for some reason, for some reason that ABC channel, and for some reason whatever the channel the View is on, the View will not let some of our black women get away. I mean, it's crazy. No offense, any of our black women that's on the feed that don't like the View, but for those that are glued to the View, I say, please, please, understand that Whoopi Goldberg was black and color purple, but I think that was a role. I'm almost sure of it. It wasn't a true story, and so I don't know how much black she has in her. She does have a leading role. The viewers of yes, yes, Miss Know It All. Okay, okay, okay. See, that's what we got to do. We got to build a channel. Me, Daniel, Miss Know It All. Where's my the Blazing Mom? We gotta build us a channel. But yeah, man, it is the View is horrible. It's I don't know what's up with it. But man, the real full life of acting, you actually think these people are those people. I hated Danny Glover. I couldn't stand him. I wouldn't even watch Lethal Weapon for a while until I got older and I started understanding. All right, I dropped my grudge. All right, but um, yeah. Not only is Sonny half white, Sonny was on another show. Look, I jumped quick because she filling it up. I had to jump quick. Um, but Sonny was on another show and found out they did a background, and it was so funny. It was so funny when they told her family was from a lineage of slave owners. She started trying to act like they were speaking a whole different language. Me? Me? Oh, I didn't know. Oh man, it was so funny. I've never seen somebody face. I'm black, so I know that we can turn red. Sometimes not me, but yeah, she literally turned purple. You should be more famous for all of this, and I only have 10 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Hey, you know what? They make it hard to be honest, and so I understand it. I get it. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. She got the nerve to still be up there with the same old game every day. Guess what? She will never ask for reparations from herself. I'm somebody who's been dealing with the question of that for a long time, and the more they give us, the more I'm starting to understand it may not be good. But for somebody that goes on TV every day and supports that question just because she want to make blacks feel like they're on her side, all right, now you need to go to your family. Now you need to write a letter to your great 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 grand somebody and say, hey, what's up with those reparations? Not only for me as Sonny, but for your people. Yeah. Do that for us, Sonny. Do that for us. Yeah, man. And so yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And what I was saying though, one of the things, Daniel, I did realize is they make it hard. And You gotta, especially if you're not on the agenda. Now I do understand. I have learned. You just keep on bumping your head and you keep learning what these people. At some point, you're only gonna you're only gonna be able to say what they want you to say, and that's so against me. So that's why you see the reluctance of me trying to actually build um, the channel. If I would have did this 2 or 3 years ago, before speech was under attack, I probably would be pretty decent at it. And but nevertheless, I'm not even computer friendly. So anyway, I'm a dinosaur when it comes to that stuff. Anyway, and now it's like you can't even say the wrong word. I had to find out one of the trigger words, and one of these words and algorithms is one of the most words that we need to speak about today. You know, that thing that we need to be talking about today is one of the words that will cancel you. Not only on TikTok, not only on Instagram, but on YouTube as well. And so it took a long time. Most of it come from music. Most of it come from I'm gonna say like musicians, people that follow me with the music stuff. I could probably do a music thing and get a little bit or a lot more support. But as soon as it's probably some people that's okay with my music that are sitting down saying, "Oh man, stick to music, guy." They're sitting down saying, "Hey, he, you know, he's a great performer. Believe in what I say." And so but they probably got some people saying, "Hey man, stick to music, guy. We miss the music." They make it hard. Then people give, yeah, man, okay. So Miss Nordahl, you probably have gotten, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, and another thing they do, you can actually probably, at the end of this uh viewing, I could probably, have a certain amount of views. Immediately, half of them will disappear. And so I don't worry about it. Our republic is at stake, so you had to speak out, and that's real. I got Daniel. It's funny. It's like some people probably sit down and mock me and say he'll never learn. When will he learn? I probably did about 5 lawsuits, eight altogether, but five pertaining to direct situations just like this, mostly sticking up for other people. And y'all should listen to his music. As a woman and a mother, I love your song, Beautiful Woman. That's right. That's right. Yes. Hey, I appreciate that. I don't love your videos. Well, I don't put a lot of budget in. I don't love your videos. Well, I don't put a lot of budget in. Oh, okay. All right. I love your videos. Oh, thanks. Yes, thanks. Yeah. But I was gonna say, as far as the budget on my videos, I don't really actually put a lot in them. Um, I try to do some rare videos sometimes, but I just try to put the message. Sometimes I only do a video just because the visual helps people understand it sometimes. But these days, people don't want to. I don't know. I mean, think about this. It's like think about this song. My let me see. Blaze Your Mama just spoke of a song called Beautiful Woman. Think of that song. That song is speaking directly to this whole thing where they're disrespecting Miss Know It All, where they're disrespecting Blaze Your Mama, where they're disrespecting my mother, where they're disrespecting the mothers of my children. My daughters and my granddaughters. You know, and so I made that song, and it's basically talking about the irreplaceable woman. And you would think I I would go through some of the same avenues as some of these people that can make some of this music that says "F Joe Biden," or some of this music that celebrates Trump in a negative way, but it might have a good beat. And so these Republicans or conservatives, they would download it by the maybe a million in a day. Um, but I can do that, and I can get a royalty check or two. But it's always coming from the same place. It's always coming from the same group of people. And I have yet to understand. So I say that to say you run into all of these different situations, and then when you start making your message as it should be, you run into different situations where somebody else is mad. You get canceled. Um, the truth is not supported unless it's an ugly truth, or unless you're actually highlighting something um, that's opposite your message. Um, it's really a crazy thing. So I just try to stick to what I know God will have for us, and in the end, you know, when you're in your closet, when you're just kind of chilling on your own, or when you think no one is watching, God see it all, God hear it all, God know it all. And so the intentions of my heart, they are pure. I make my music pure, and so I try to speak through my music because music speaks. And so I appreciate that, Daniel. I appreciate that Blaze Your Mama on that song. I love that song too. That's one of my favorites because I always say, um, you know, my mother can't be replaced by a male. My mother can't be replaced by a man at all. Um, I have children that I would never look at my children and say, your mother can be replaced by a man. And I mean, like, that's crazy. It is insane. And so, uh, yeah, I know, man. See, Miss Know It All, you basically are you're basically actually talking about. I mean, the questions that you're saying. Not really, Daniel. Yes, the questions that you're saying is basically um, it's real. I mean, I think every black household, that's what I've been asking almost every day. It's really the part of the conversation. Like, it's the reason why I conversate. It's like I think sometimes I could go on TikTok and just to do it. Because you see so much, they understand that is where a lot of blacks go. And you see so many other black people. I'm gonna tell you what the Democrats are really good with organization and strategy. Um, They have people by the hundreds that go on and they make these little lives, and it's just like fake news. It's just like fake news. So they go on and they make these lives, and they got thousands of followers, so people are gonna flock to it. And they all have the same stories. They're all saying the same things about Donald Trump. Stuff that are made up right on the phone. Oh yeah, Donald Trump just got charged with something else again for doing this to minors. And I was like, and so I'm understanding it's part of the strategy. They are awesome. It's crooked, it's dirty, it's nasty, it's not right, it's lying to the people. But I'm telling you, the Democratic Party has a cheating apparatus like none other, and they don't care. So, like she said, how can people actually vote for this guy? You see what he's doing. He's putting it on display right in our faces. He's not even hiding it. Church under attack. Your children under attack. School curriculum under attack. Cryptocurrency. Any type of currency that's going to help you possibly do better. Find other ways of median income. Find other ways to do something with extra income if you may, if you can do well in that. I mean, it shouldn't even be up to them. You should be able to do what you want to do. I mean, why is this guy acting like a drug dealer? I mean, not just a regular drug dealer, but a mafia boss. He want in on everything. Scarface, anybody remember? Frank White. If you sell a nickel on the street, I want in. Anything you do is I want in. This man want to get tax money from people who are getting tips. That means the girl with all the polite manners. That means the girl that knows how to talk. The girl that's bringing, or the man, that's being super polite to their guests or to their customers. Doing everything right. How may I help you, ma'am? How may I help you, sir? Oh, man, I suggest this. May I suggest that? doing everything right. Oh yeah, that's my favorite song. Oh yeah, you guys have been great. She get $100 tip because the family loved the way she conducted. He or she conducted everything, brought everything, but also made great conversation. And then this lazy girl or guy who actually walks around saying, "Man, F them customers. I gotta go home. I'm finna hurry up and grab this junk, throw it on their plate. Throw it on their table and get out of here. I don't even like the way they looking at me." You gotta split your tip with this guy? Or, it's already being split and now it gotta be taxed? So that means, and if you're splitting and they're getting taxed, you're losing it. And you're losing two different ways. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great day as well, Daniel. My day is about over. I'm about ready to get ready for tomorrow. That's what I'm about to start doing. I like I say, I always got to just stop and check the posts of the people, talk a little bit, and because you got to make sure this is real. I'm so glad to see Blaze Your Mama, and as always, Daniel, you've been a supporter. But I'm so glad in this regard to see some sisters, some women. Uh, no matter what color they are. I'm assuming Blaze Your Mama, I know what that means. And so Miss Know It All, that's a kind of jazzy name, so kind of know what that means. But it's so good to see. Uh, that's real. Sound like my mama, that pocket book. Not just the little thing. Pocket book, that's real. Yeah, I have more money in my wallet. I have more money. I'm sure everybody had a little bit more everything. Not only money, but hope, pride, ideas about what they might want to do with the extra money that we was having. Think about it. How many people that you know made a form of business? I did, one or two. And the thing about forming, hey, they gonna last. They may make it, or they may not. But if anybody did make it, then you got into this new under this new administration, it probably got crushed pretty quick. And those are the things that we have to like really, really wake up to and be aware of. If we hear it too much from Democrats, we need to start questioning it. If we hear it too much on the same radio stations, the same breakfast clubs, with Charlemagne the Boy and some guy that want to say he's some type of envy, biblical words, um, we need to question it. What's the Smiley guy named Ricky Smiley? We need to question it. We need to question all of these people who come with the same punchline stories at the same time and ran on the same networks. It's almost like they get some type of beeper page. I meant to say a message at one time and say, "This is what we're talking about today." And we should be tired of it. We should stop acting like we support it and we like it. Like I said today, um, we're thinking with a turn the other cheek mentality, and we shouldn't be doing that because every time you turn the other cheek, the Democrats gonna slap the hell out you. They're gonna keep finding open spaces on your face to slap it. You know, they say, in the hood we got a little saying: "If you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it." So in other words, and it's kind of like you get what you ask for, right? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You get what you ask for. If you like it, I love it. If you keep asking for it, I want to keep giving it to you. At some point, it's like the Democrats are saying, why are black people leaving the party? Why are they mad at us when we, like Miss Know It All just said, we show them the template, we show them what we're doing, like Blaze Your Mama just said, I got kids, I can't afford this garbage. you know. So they're showing it, we're showing it, and they're still mad at us. I mean, like really? They putting it right in our faces, man. Yeah, yeah. At some point, we have to actually, stop, you know, taking our hat off, asking for the lumps. That was one of my favorite cartoons back in the days. The lumps. I swear, we must be the Wile E. Coyote. The black. Are we? Are we the Wile E. Coyote of races? I mean, are blacks being treated like Wally? And who's the roadrunner? We can't just say it ain't us. We not the roadrunner. Have you noticed them stick? Oh, what? Oh, now you talking? Yes, I have. I have, and I think hmm, I think it's sad. I mean, actually, probably not sad, but it is sad because they stick together hard. I'm talking about in live streaming. I make more of mine through music, but I tell you, when it comes to the streaming, you don't make as much as you do on watch time. So you don't get any. I won't say anything. The streaming is not where all the money at. It's in the watch hours. And so, but as long as you're going live, you're not. That's not the same as watch hours. Yeah, yeah. I like to put music tags on some of my posts because your music tags will get you paid, and stuff like that. And so I just really like engaging with the people myself. And so, if I get conversation, man, I could talk forever, probably. Uh, but yeah, that's it. It's in the music tags and stuff like that. Um, you would have to build a channel, which that's what I'm actually doing, and I'm building up to the right amount of hours to get those streaming rights that you're speaking about. But it is lucrative. I will be honest about that. It is that. It is that. Hey, back to the damn sticking together. I mean, like lock and step. No matter what. That's the sad part. It's like you can talk no matter who you talk to in your family. You make a solid realization that um, the Dems are gonna stick together, no matter if it's about playing God, uh, throwing parents out of schools who come down and challenge the school system, uh, putting FBI agents on parents, putting parents on FBI terrorist, domestic terrorist watch list. Um, you know, the gender insanity thing that's going on in curriculums and schools, the failing of our schools, and just some of the stuff like they are promoting over actual education. And so the Democrats are locked in step, stick together. They don't even seem like they don't even look at each other and say, "Man, you sure? Well, what's up, man? They just say, "Yep, it's what it is." I don't even know if I don't even know if they read the bill. I think they're just, oh, we got to time to vote or no. That's all we're doing. That's it. And like she said, no matter what it is, and no matter what the agenda is, they all have the same outcome, and the Democrats are voting together. And if the Republicans did that, my friend, we could go back to just fighting about some of the things that we were fighting about before. Equality, simple stuff. But none of this stuff where people are playing God. I don't think there is a bigger offense to what's going on now. Because a lot of the things that we've dealt with and some of the things we see, blacks have been fighting these things. We've been having these battles. We've been having to come to the table and say, hey, what about this? Hey, equality here. Hey, awareness. Hey, let's march on this, march on that. We've been doing that for years and decades. This is a whole new game. It's a brand new ball game now. And so, it's like, man, yeah, it's a brand new ball game. I'm about to get out of here. Yes, I remember the first time. All right, I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate it. I'm finna get out of here. Get me some red cabbage, some red grapes. Man, that's a lot of red for one night. I better throw some greens in there somewhere. Make sure I drink water, no Kool-Aid, right? Yeah, so I got me some red cabbage. I'm finna eat on that a little bit. I was kidding about the grapes, but everything was red, so it just sounded good. Yeah. How come judges aren't stopping Biden? Well, to be, in my opinion, yeah, if you really look at the way things are being ran right now, the judges that are standing up or call themselves stopping Trump are controlled. All of the money, they like to tell us that Trump is one of those billionaires, and one of those. Obviously, he's a billionaire. We know that, but they try to make it look like he's one of the end guys, and he's not. If we remember Mayor Bloomberg, all right, my friend Daniel, thank you for the support always, and I'll see you. Uh, I won't be tomorrow, but Friday, every other day. Oh man, tomorrow's the. We're definitely gonna have to speak probably after that debate because it's gonna be some funny things happening in that debate. So we probably have to. God is good. We're gonna see what to do tomorrow. Thanks for the support for the night, Miss Know It All. And so when it comes to some of that, it's like uh, when Bloomberg was running last year or whatever in 2020, Bloomberg made it clear that Trump was small when it came to the billionaire world. That's still a billionaire, so that's huge. But when it came to the what they call elite and the huge billionaires, those wealthy, filthy rich ones, they didn't see Trump. That was something that Mayor Bloomberg really made a an effort to let the world know. Trump is all the time. Thank you, Blaze your mama. Oh, Trump was small compared to them. So when you see that Miss Know It All, what you're looking at is people that um are in the control of the Democratic Party, and the Democratic Party is much more wealthy, much more resources than um the Republican Party. The Democrats are funded by even other countries. I mean, you got to look at it's horrible. It actually pretty sad. And so you don't see the judges on the right. And not only that, the other thing is the judges on the right, they actually probably got a little bit too much respect for the presidency, a little bit too much respect for just the law, the Justice Department in general. Remember when Obama killed when Obama did some drone murders, and a few people, kind of started whispering about, uh, you know, crimes, real crimes, and people hushed it really quick, you know. And so I say that because you asked a good question about why the Republican judges won't do the same thing. Some of those Republicans, it's okay. Some of those Republicans understand that I'm leaving anyway, and I had already said it, but I saw a question and I wanted to answer it. Some of those Republicans understand that they didn't want to mess up the ideal, the American look, and the American institution, the whole Justice Department. When Obama did the drone strikes, somebody ended up dead. That was something worthy of, and they had him dead to rights if they wanted to pursue him in a trial or a case. But the Republicans didn't want to embarrass uh, the president like that. They didn't want to embarrass America like that. They didn't want to embarrass American politics in that manner. That was my take. And the few people that did dare mention charging Obama, they was told you sound stupid really quick. Even a lot of Republicans didn't want to hear about that. So I think the Republicans have a lot more, um, you know, love, uh, for the people, for their positions, for the look of America, for you know, just for the sanctity of America. And so I think they wouldn't do it. And now, even now, after seeing what the Democrats are willing to do, I think some of the Republicans, you will start seeing it. As you see, maybe not with a president, but um, I think if Hunter, I think if Trump trial would not have went the way it went. We're talking about a Delaware, you know, the irony because we don't care what he is, who he is. He broke the law the same way y'all just said. If one guy got to pay for it, everybody got to start facing it. Everybody got to face the music. So we don't care who he is. He gonna face the music, and it's harder to convict that guy, because all you needed was one. That's all. I mean, so he got the same guilty sentence as Trump, and I think some of the reasoning behind that is what they did to Trump, took the gloves off. I think the Republicans would have played a fairly decent game. When I say decent game, I mean it is war, but I think there's a lot of respect to it. And to prove that, we remember Trump said, um, you know, what was the chant? Lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. That was the chant. Before I think probably September of 2016, um, and so probably in 2016, right before the election happened, um, you had the actual Trump say, "No, we're not gonna lock her up. We're gonna beat her. That's all I want to do is beat her." And once he became president, he didn't pursue revenge. And I say that, Miss Know-it-all, to say I think even he understood pursuing the Clintons would have been a black eye to America. And so, even as mad as he was that Hillary had broke a lot of laws, he did not arm the government against her like he could have. Now, when he ran, he said he would. And when he ran at the campaign, at the rallies, it was a great thing to do. And that's exactly right. He was trying to be the bigger person, and look what happened. The Democrats turn around and they say, "Thanks for being a bigger person," you know. But we're going to show you how low we can go. And so, and as you said earlier, they stick. You didn't even have 10 Democrats in there who said, "Nah, we can't do this." They stick together no matter what. And we, the people, better understand that. So that means we have to do the same thing just as a group, a whole. We have to, we the people have to stick together. If we can't do that, we're going to keep getting ran over by ideals of rich people. These ideas and these laws and statutes, they keep coming out of nowhere and coming up being attached to our kids and all of this crazy stuff. That ain't coming from no common folk. It's coming from rich people who've been perverted. That's coming from rich people who, I mean, goodness gracious, man, what are we doing? Let's wake up. God is good. I appreciate you all for listening. I know I said that like 30 minutes ago. I'm gonna say it again. God is good. I appreciate you all for listening. um, Good night, Blaze your mama. Thank you, thank you. Good night, Daniel. Thank you, thank you. Good night, Miss Know It All. And the good thing about media and posts is you can post it and people will run back to it at any time. Not y'all, but for those who didn't see it yet, they'll be able to climb on and see it later and react to it. God is good. Go with peace. And that's how actually. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Good night. Join me anytime. One of these days, you got to go ahead and hit the join button because I can pull you up and we can talk about it, make it more of a conversation. You or Blaze your mama or Daniel, or any followers or subscribers, and that's what we're gonna do. Have a beautiful weekend, man. Enjoy the if you one if you watch the debate tomorrow. Watch out for the slippery words, the key words. They're gonna be throwing those words around. I always tell y'all to watch how they phrase their words. All right, God is good. I'm out.